And in a modern globalized world, all people must respect the dignity and diversity of difference in faith, ethnicity, and culture. At times of crisis and tragedy, we often see unity transcend religious boundaries. We've seen that so recently and so wretchedly as the thoughts and prayers of people across the world have been with Malaysia and with the families and the friends of those aboard flight MH370. Principles of respect and tolerance are fundamental to all religions, and they chime with a belief that I've long held based on clear Quranic injunctions, that Muslims have a duty to recognize and protect the basic human right of freedom of religion or belief, and a freedom that we ourselves benefit from, and to make it clear that the government supported the right of all faith groups to worship freely and to act upon their faith for the good of society and to be protected from intolerance and hate crime. I tackled and spoke out against the scourge of anti-Semitism, calling for a zero-tolerance approach, not just from the government, but from society too. And I put the worrying rise of Islamophobia back on the national agenda, arguing to much criticism that Islamophobia had passed the dinner table test. And what I meant by that was that anti-Muslim sentiment was now becoming socially acceptable and was being found in the most civilized of settings. And I condemned the persecution of Christians and other minorities around the world, warning that all faiths needed to come together to tackle religious bigotry. But second, we know that where religious freedom works, then economic prosperity follows. In the UK, religious tolerance took root as the Industrial Revolution gathered pace. And in the 21st century, we still hold on to those ideas, and they remain closely connected with the competitiveness of our economy. The terminology has changed, with words like equal opportunities and diversity becoming commonplace. But the fundamental idea has stayed the same, that creating freedom, openness, and respect of differing thoughts and ideas allows you to make the most of people's innate differences and harness their full potential. The strength of our society is just like the strength of our workforce or our economy comes from its diversity. And today in KL, I am urging you to work faster, harder, and deeper to build a global momentum on religious freedom. A movement that inspires young and old, inspires the rich and poor, inspires people from the East and people from the West. A movement that transcends religious boundaries, racial divides, and national frontiers. And in Malaysia, I believe that we have fellow travelers who can come on this journey with us. I believe together we recognize that religious freedom is one of the most difficult human rights to defend, but it is also one of the most transformational. So let's, ladies and gentlemen, today reaffirm our commitment, reinvigorate the movement for religious freedom, and together create a new golden era, not just of Islam, but also of religion.